Hello, ladies. It's Motivation Monday. Y'all know I'm here to give y'all that good motivation so we can start this week off the right way. Do you hear me? Okay, I hope y'all had a beautiful holiday. Okay, Christmas. I saw so many amazing pictures down my timeline, families, happiness, all of the above. Okay, I love to see people happy, enjoying each other, families playing family games and interacting with each other. Like Christmas is just that time of the year. Like it's stressful all the way to the actual day when we actually are interacting with our families. We are in tune with each other. We just enjoying embracing the moment. You know what I mean? Like that is an experience in itself. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day yesterday, I was literally praying to God in tears because I just was just happy that I could grasp a moment of happiness and joy, and that feeling felt so good. It felt so good to see my kids wake up and excited because first of all, I ain't had no gifts under the tree when they before they went to bed, but when my son woke up and he came downstairs, he was excited. He was like, "Mommy, it's presents, it's presents." Like it was just a great feeling as a mom, like, look at my baby, and just the hard work that's put in by both parents just to make things happen. It's like out of this world. And we can't take that for granted. Like we got to understand kids are not kids forever. You know what I mean? So you enjoy those moments, especially me as a parent. Like I try to embrace those moments of them wanting to be around mommy, them wanting to hug on mommy and love on mommy, because when they get teenagers, they're going to be like, we're going to be the ones chasing them. You know what I mean? For those who have teenagers, y'all understand. I already know how it is because when I was a kid, when I was a small kid, I always wanted to be with my mom all the time, and I was all attached to my dad, and yeah, kissy goo goo. But when I became a teenager, I couldn't stand my dad was in my business all the time, every time, and I was like, bruh, get you some business. But that's how it is. That's how it's so crazy how life is just like how things come back around. That's something we really don't think about. Like, while they're kids, they all clingy to us, and we be like, man, can we get some space? And then when they grow up, the tables turn. You know what I mean? When they grow up, they're like, Mom, I need my space, and we chasing them like, give me some time. So it's just crazy it's just ironic how those tables turn, right? But yes, I hope everybody had an amazing holiday. It's your girl Chandrell Fortenberry, motivational speaker, okay, transformation coach and founder of Divine Beauty Coaching LLC, also creator of Be Ye Transform, okay, Facebook group. And y'all, I want to come up here and give y'all some good old motivation. It's a beautiful time. We in our last week of 2022, right? We in our last week of 2022. So I feel like this is the perfect time to reflect, right? Just on this year and how the lessons that we were able to capture in this year has been like, for me, out of this world. The wisdom that I was able to gain, the interaction, the experiences, which is what I really want to talk about today, experiences. Like, it's been, life is full of ups and downs in general, but just the lessons that you get to learn from the experiences that you gain, that you are a part of, whether they're controlled experiences that you have or uncontrollable experiences. And when I was last night, I was just pondering and praying with God, and something just came to me, and I thought about how we go from experiences to being experienced with the ed. So we go from experiences to experienced. You know what I mean? Like those experiences that we have actually help us to become experienced, right? Here's my analogy. So when you start a new job, right? for the first time. You've never been in this field before, but they give you an opportunity because they need people and you need a job, right? So when you go, you go inexperienced. You don't know anything about this job, but they have trainers, right, to come and train you, right, so that you can learn about this job. But even when the trainer trains you, you don't really get the gist of it until you actually are hands-on. You're experiencing what it is. For me, let me tell you, my first call center experience when I was working in the call center was back in 2016 when I was working for a company called Converges. They're not called that anymore. I think it's called Go ahead, baby. They were called Converges at the time in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I didn't know nothing about no call center. You know what I mean? So, we went through training. I got my training on. Was like, okay, this could be easy. I don't really know. I ain't never really talked to people on the phone and stuff like that. And, the trainer was a great trainer, right? Okay, baby. Good job. Close the door. Go watch TV with Sissy.
Okay.
Thank you. But the trainer was so good. Like, he was on point. And people knew him around the call center for being a really good trainer. So, they trained us so well. But even with all the training that was given, we were not able to really grasp what we were doing until we actually experienced being on the phone with people. It was one thing to be taught what to say, given a script to say, knowing what to, but you don't ever know until you are experienced, like you actually go through the motions, right? That's just how life is. So we go through that. That's exactly how life is with us. Some things we have to experience to understand, to become experienced. And then, like, even in that job, you're still not fully experienced till you actually go through it and you've been there for a period of time. And you like, the next thing you know, it's second nature. You picking up the phone, hey, da 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 da. Even down to the script, you might start off just like having to read the script, and then eventually you don't even need the script no more because you going through it over and over and over again, because it's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. Same thing with the trials and tribulations you go through. Same process, same thing that you go through. You are having experiences. Your trial and tribulations is only just experiences that you're having so that you can become experienced. God trusted you with that experience so that you can be experienced. ED. You get it? From experiences to experience. Okay? It's just like that, y'all. Trust the process. I know it sucks when you're going through it, but if God brought you to it, He will get you through it. Okay? And when you get through it, understand you just gained a whole new set of wisdom. You just gained knowledge. And the great thing about being experienced through trial and tribulations, you literally can go and teach somebody else. You become the trainer, right? You become the trainer. So that somebody else knows when they get into, when they come across this same situation, they have tools that can be applied because you've already experienced it. So it's going to be so much easier. Think about our children, right? Think about our babies, right? Because we're experienced, even our parents, they may not follow, but that's their choice. We have choices. God gives us free will to make choices. But some kids actually listen to their parents because they're like, hey, well, my parent went through this and they're telling me that this was the result. And I don't want to, I'm going to follow what they say. The same thing. It's the same thing. God created us. Certain people have certain experiences. What I've experienced, you might not experience. The wisdom that you have, I might not have, and vice versa. But if we share that wisdom amongst each other, then what? We become stronger as a unit, right? That's why it's important for us to work together, because God created us for each other. He didn't create us for these people to be over here, these people to be over here. No, 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 no. He created us for each other, because what you have, you can add to the pot. What I have, I can add to the pot, and then when we work together, we flow. We flow together. We're flowing together. What I might be weak in, you might be strong in, and what you might be weak in, I may be strong in. And when we come together, we are forced to be reckoned with, right? God created us for each other. He trusted you with those experiences that you're having in life, whether it's good or bad, right? It don't have to necessarily be bad. It can be good, because we can even have good experiences and still work through our mishaps, our mistakes. And it gives us wisdom. It gives us that knowledge. It gives us that understanding that we need, right? To be able to be successful on the next level, or if we encounter this same experience again, right? So even after me working at my first call center, right? Even when I went to the next call center, I had the experience. I already know what it comes with. I know the pros and the cons of what comes with this, right? So because I know the pros and the cons, it might not be exactly like the last experience, but I at least know how to maneuver through it because of the experience I was able to have through working at the first call center. The same thing with our trials and tribulations that we face, y'all. Same concept, same thing. We can apply that same principle to all aspects of life. We can apply it to our work life. We can apply it to our relationships. We can apply it to our careers. You know what I mean? Just ourselves, our self-development, right? That's why it's important not to be hard on yourself. Don't never be hard on yourself, because this is a journey. The journey is so much more important than you getting to that particular goal. Like, we know, if you just put in your mind, I am capable of fulfilling my goal, you're going to get there. But the journey and the process of how you get there is important, because when you actually reach that goal, now guess what? All the knowledge that you gain in the process of getting to that goal, now you can apply it all over again when you actually ready to achieve another goal. And then it'll become easier and easier and easier. That's why they say it's better for somebody to earn $1 million and actually work through the process of working getting $1 million, because you'll work harder for it to get it, and that way you'll cherish it, and whatever you've learned, you can apply it over and over again, and you're going to keep making it over and over again. But if somebody simply just hands it to you, then what? You don't know what to do with it. You can ruin it and then not even know how to make it back, because why? Why? Because you didn't go through the motions. You didn't go through the experiences it took to get there, right? That go for anything in life. You can literally apply that to anything in life. I'm telling y'all. And I wanted to come and motivate you. Don't be discouraged by your experiences, by your trials and tribulations, good experiences, bad experience. This is just life. That's life. That's how life is. That's how life goes. We're going to have good experiences. We're going to have bad experiences in all areas of our life, whether it be parenting, whether it be our relationship, whether it be our career, whether it be our job. It don't matter, right? It's all about going through the motions, learning from the experience that you had, and then after you learn, you are applying the knowledge. You're applying the wisdom. And then you're not just applying it, you can pass it down to somebody else. One thing about it, never hold wisdom to yourself. God holds us accountable for keeping wisdom to ourselves. He created us for each other. So just like how y'all see me, I've been through the motions, okay? I've been through plenty of motions, okay? Y'all know I say it all the time. I lived in a hotel with my kids. I done owned a business. That business, that's Divine Beauty Coach is not my first business. That's my second one. But I learned from my first experience, right? So that I can do better in this business. Hey, what did I not do in the last one that I need to apply to this one, right? Maybe that you have to live and learn. Live and learn. Live and learn. Life is just going to be full of lessons. To the day you pass on to the next life, okay? You are going to continuously just be living and learning. So don't get discouraged by your trials and your tribulations and the things that come your way. And I'm not saying that it's easy. No, absolutely, it's not easy. But just go through the motions, right? We gotta, it's not easy to learn how to control your emotions, but once you grasp that concept and you shift your perspective, like we talked about last week, when you change your perspective and begin to understand, life is about learning lessons. There's always going to be a lesson to learn and play, right? No matter what season I'm in, whether it's good or bad, whether I'm at the lowest valley or if I'm at the highest mountaintop, there's always going to be a lesson to be learned, right? I don't care if I have $0 in my bank account or $1 million in my bank account. There's always going to be something that I can process and learn from, right? Wise people understand that they know nothing at all. So once you reach a certain, every successful person knows, once I reach a certain level, it's my job to keep leveling up, keep living, keep learning. So that's why, guess what? That's why successful people read books. That's why they believe in the Most High God. That's why there are certain things that you understand when you want to reach a certain, not even success, not a certain space in life, right? And when you want to live a fulfilled life, you understand that as long as you focus on the things that you can control, some experiences you're not going to be able to control that come to you. You're not going to be able to control certain things. Some things are by faith. Some things God wants to happen in your life so that you can learn from it, right? So with that, you have to understand God has already planned your life out, right? The blessings are already yours. The victory is already won. It's up to you to just move through the experiences so you can gain the wisdom so that you can get to your promise, so that you can get to your destiny, right? Because you're going to get there. Trust that. You're going to get there. You're going to get to your destiny. You're going to walk in your calling. You're going to fulfill your purpose, right? You are capable of making it happen. But it's all about how you go through the motions, how you walk the journey, right? You got this. You got this. But you have to trust in the process. You have to trust who is you're connected to, right? You have to trust him. Trust in God. Hold his hand, right? He's holding your hand. Know that you're covered. But it's all about when you're going through an experience, you then become experienced. And once you are experienced, that's when God holds you accountable to go and tell somebody else. I don't care if it's just a friend. You don't have to be on a big platform and all these different things to help another person. You don't have to do that. But when you have experienced certain things, God holds you accountable to let that person know, hey, I've been here before, and let me show you how I was able to walk this journey. Then at that point, that person has a choice to say, well, I'm going to figure it out on my own. I'm going to just go through this experience on my own and then figure it out. They have that choice. But at least you know that you did the right thing by letting them know. That's all God requires, is you let them know. Now, if whatever they decide to do after you tell them, it's not up to you no more. Like, God is pleased with you. Good job, my good and faithful servant. That's how God sees it. You did your job. If they don't apply it, then it's not on you anymore. but you did what I asked you to do, right? And that's the beauty in life. That's the beauty in gaining wisdom. That's the beauty in gaining knowledge and having these experiences so that you can become experienced, right? But y'all, that's what God put on my heart. And that's what I wanted to give y'all on today, on this wonderful, beautiful Monday. Like I said, y'all, this is a week of reflection. Like, we really should be reflecting on the experiences that we had all week. I mean, not all week long, all year long. Reflect on the experiences that you've had all week long and see what wisdom that you've gained, right? What is the wisdom that God has given you? Because what we don't want to do is just be going through experiences and then repeating it over and over and over and over again because we didn't grasp the lesson that God was trying to teach us, right? Because we'll continue to repeat that cycle until we learn the lesson. And we'll be stuck on a cycle that we could have been past if we just obeyed, right? Obey God, obey him, because he knows way better than us. He's in our past, present, and future. And because he can see 10 years ahead of you, 5 years ahead of you, 2 minutes ahead of you, an hour ahead of you, because he can, you have to trust him. Trust his process, not your own. Don't only just do it your way. You do it his way, right? The best thing you can do is be obedient, right? But like I said, reflect this week. Okay, that's what I want y'all to do. That's y'all homework, to self-reflect and say, hey, how have I progressed, right, within this year? How have I progressed? And with me progressing, what can I do to level up more? How can I continue my journey of self-development and becoming a better person, right? Also reflect on the lessons that God has taught you, and how can I continue to apply the lessons to my life? How can I continue to apply it to each situation through the experiences that I have? Because now I'm experienced because of the processes that God have put me through. And reflect on that. Though I don't even want to give you too much. Just reflect on that. Take that time to reflect and think about what you want this next year to look like. You know what I mean? And what do you need to release? What do you need? That's the third thing. What do you need to release? What do you need to release in order for you? What's holding you back? Is it your mind? Is it people? Is it circumstance? Not even circumstance. I'm not circumstances, because your circumstances do not determine what your future will look like. I'm telling you that. But, whether it's your mindset, the people around you, your environment, what you're listening to, the way that you're using your time, you know what I mean? Reflect on those things, man, and see how you can improve your next year, right? That's the goal, man, to elevate, to evolve on a regular basis, okay? Because you don't want to be the same person that you were last year. God created every single thing on this planet to evolve, and that should be your goal. I understand we have other goals in life, but your main goal should be to evolve as a person every year, to become a better individual. That should be a main goal, a main priority, right? But that's what I have for y'all, okay? We going from experiences to experienced, okay? When certain things come, or you hear God send a person to your life and you say, I've been there before. And guess what? This is how I would suggest you handle it. Never tell people what to do. Just say, hey, this is my suggestion, because they grown and they can do what they want to do, right? But just make sure you do your part. because now from that experience, you are experienced. Okay? I love y'all so much. Y'all enjoy y'all Monday. Okay? We coming back with Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all show up. Make sure y'all be there. Share this video with somebody else. You might need it. You might not need it, but somebody else may need this video. Okay? So be of service and give to somebody else that might need it. All right? I love y'all so much. Y'all have a great day. Peace.